Hello, my friends, and welcome to a brand new episode of Discourse in Magic. My name is Jonah Babbins. Happy December, and today we are talking all about magic books. As a matter of fact, we're talking about 3 magic theory books, my top 3, my must reads. These are the ones that I think will make the biggest impact on your magic. And the truth is, the reason why this podcast even exists in the first place is because of magic theory books. There were some books that I read that really changed the way that I performed. And more importantly, I had frustration with the world of magic, with the ratio of magic books that were about theory to the amount of magic books that were about tricks, and same thing about videos and all that. And this podcast is my fight against the world of magic to help there be more and more resources about theory, about opinions, about ideas, the way that things should and could be performed. And most importantly, there are these thoughts about structure, how to structure a trick, how to structure a show, how to perform, how to say things, how to practice saying things, how to get a script from your idea to the paper to the actual real world. And there's not that many resources to help us with all of those things. So I figured that I would fish out my top 3 favorite magic books about theory, the ones that I think would help you make the biggest changes to your performance. Because the truth is, why when one magician performs a trick and people absolutely go bonkers and love it, but when another magician performs that trick, they don't like it and they boo or they just don't react or whatever, is what magic theory is all about. It's about figuring out how to perform and how to perform well. So in this episode, we are going to talk about my 3 top recommendations for magic theory books that are going to change the game for you and your magic. Book number 1. I am starting with this both because it is the broadest resource with the most options, the most authors, the most ideas, and because it's free. This is the best resource on the planet if you are getting into thinking deeply about your magic, not just performing a trick you saw here or trying something you saw there, but actually thinking deeply about your magic, maybe for the first time. This is an ebook by Vanishing Ink called Magic in Mind. I think Joshua J. put it together and gathered and got permission from the most incredible magicians to take their basically top essays and top ideas from their world famous books about magic theory and put it all together in one free ebook. So I'm going to put the link in the description of this episode. I recommend to go and get it. It is free. It is an absolute buffet of magic theory. It's a playground and you should treat it as such. What do I mean by that? Well, there's 20, 30, 50 different essays from different magicians all over the globe. And when you read one, it is going to shake up what you think. Because these are like the most impactful essays. These are the ones that really hit the hardest. So after you read one, don't read the whole book through like it's a novel. Read one and try to internalize how a paragraph or how a chapter or how a segment really applies to your magic. This is a buffet of the most brilliant magic theory ideas. And if you start here and you don't listen to anything else on the podcast, then this will be the beginning of an incredible magic theory rabbit hole that you're going to love. So book recommendation number 1, because it's so full of so many authors and so many incredible resources, is Magic in Mind, and it is free on the Vanishing Ink website, and I'm going to put the link below. That is number 1. Number 2, this book is my absolute favorite, and I'll tell you why. It's because when new magicians start learning magic, they want to start creating magic. And I don't know if you've ever seen somebody show you a trick, but when you watch it, depending on how long they've been doing magic or depending on some other factors, you watch it and you're like, that trick doesn't make any sense. That would never even work in the real world. That doesn't make any sense. That trick isn't even logically a magic trick. That idea is hard to express. You're like, no, well, I didn't see the coin before, so it wouldn't make sense for me to think it's a magic trick to be there after. And there are kind of rules to the world of magic. Like if you make something vanish and appear, when do you have to show it and when should you not show it? If something is disappearing from one place and appearing to another, can those objects go close together or not? There's kind of rules to the world of magic, and I find it personally obvious when somebody performs their magic, especially if they're a new creative young mind, if they've ever read the book Designing Miracles. And that is my second recommendation, Designing Miracles by Darwin Ortiz. This is an absolutely incredible book, and I think completely opposite to Magic in Mind. This is not a buffet. This is almost a textbook about a very specific subject. In my opinion, this is the only magic theory book that is fully about magic structure. The only other exception that I know of is The Structural Conception of Magic, which is an incredible book. But other than those two, this is kind of the only book that is about the different rules of magic, all of the different rules of magic. And if you like creating, making things, making tricks, bringing ideas into the real world, this is a must read. Designing Miracles by Darwin Ortiz. That is number 2. And book number 3, this is the biggest. This is the heftiest. It may even be the biggest magic theory book ever. And that is a testament to how much brilliance is packed in it. This is my favorite magic theory book of all time, maybe my favorite magic book of all time, The Magic Rainbow. This is an incredible book by Juan Tamariz. It is well researched. It is brilliant. And it's filled with lessons about every style of magic. Magic in comedy, magic and, scary magic, card magic, just every single type of magic, every situation. It's about arranging routines, putting them in the right order in your show. It's about performing, about practicing, about scripting. It is about the pure love of the art of magic and pure love of theory. Every question that you ever think to yourself about magic theory, is magic an art? Like everything, whatever comes to mind, how do I script? Where should the joke go? Every question that comes to mind, it feels to me like the answer is in that book. And it is huge because it is packed full of brilliant knowledge. And I cannot count the amount of times that I say to somebody, you know what you should do? You should read The Magic Rainbow because it's in there. This is one of my favorite projects of all time, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So 3 books that I recommend for you if you are into magic theory and you're here listening to a podcast about magic theory. So I think it's good to assume you are. Number 1, Magic in Mind. It is a collection of incredible essays from the most incredible magicians, and it is free on Vanishing Ink's website. I recommend you get it. That's number 1. Number 2, Designing Miracles by Darwin Ortiz. This is an incredible book that will help you basically understand the rules of magic. If you are creating magic, if you are making new tricks, not just making jokes for other tricks, if you are actually trying to create tricks, this is a must read. That is number 2. And number 3, my favorite, the heaviest, your personal booster seat, and absolutely packed with every question you have about the art of magic, The Magic Rainbow by Juan Tamariz. You will love it. I hope you like this episode. I hope you learned something. And please, if you go and check out one of these books, if one of these is new to you, you never heard of it, and you go and check it out, please send me a message, send me an email. I would love to know if you liked it, if you learned something, if it was your style, or if, knowing these are my favorite books, what you would recommend to me. Maybe some I've never heard of, some that I should check out. I would love to know. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Happy December. See you guys next Thursday. Peace.